What's good, everybody? It's your boy Skrilla the Hitman, back with another episode of Step Into My Office. And today, we got a very special guest with us.
Yes,
out of Opalaka, one of my dogs, my favorite, one of the most lyrical, capable rappers from the crib. Really the whole state of Florida. My dog, Lip. How you doing, big dog?
Opalaka's finest, man. Trying to make it to Florida's finest right now.
You already know. It's coming, baby. You looking good, man. You looking like $1 million. I'm digging it, man. What's happening with you?
I'm trying, man. We having ups and downs out here, but we maintaining though, man.
Hey, yeah, boy, you look more up than down, though.
Yeah, man. Trying, you feel me? I hope y'all remember the downs, though.
Hey,
remember
boy.
the downs, though.
That's what the music for. But so I want to start at the top, man. I want to tell you, man, you looking good. Like I said, you feel me? Looking healthy. Lost a lot of weight since the last time I seen you. You heard me.
Yeah.
So how you feeling, man? What's going on? What's going on in the world of Lip these days?
Right now, shit, just getting my head together, getting ready to come out with this new project, man. Really that, and really I'm circulating everything around that right now. You feel me? I feel like I done took a good hiatus, gave niggas they chance to do their thing and all that. Like I said, I'll get my mind right, but. Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like I gotta come back and stamp some shit right now.
Okay,
You know, I've been out the city. I've been out the city. You know, I had to relocate. You know, get up out of here, get a breath of fresh air from this 305 life. Go to the country somewhere, but you feel me?
Yeah, I feel you on that, my brother. I feel you on that.
Gotta come back home and
touch bases.
Remind niggas. That's all.
I know that's right. Okay. So let's start with your journey. You know, I like to take everybody from the beginning, from A to Z, or at least because, you know, Z for everybody is usually the end, but you know, from A to current. Let's start at the beginning. I told everybody before, you from Opalaka, so go ahead, represent your block. Where you from, my brother?
Oh yeah, 135 Opalaka Boulevard all day. I'm talking about the whole Opalaka, from the Babs to the motherfucking Blues. Shout out to everybody, man. Trying to bring the city together, real Opalaka shit.
All right, I know that's real. So how did you get into the music? Like coming up, you know, you got an Opalaka off the bat, 1 through 5 and everything, you heard me? How you get into the music? What was some of your musical influences growing up?
I say, man, I ain't gonna lie, my main musical influence, I mean like everybody else, mine was Trick. I started off like heavily influenced by Trick, and then, you know, stumbled upon that Port of Miami.
Okay.
And you know, that's when, you know, that sophisticated street shit. You know, I was always that's my type of lane. So I mean, Ross, Trick, Scarface. I can really go on with it. I don't want to get too much though. Okay. I feel like really what influenced me though mainly is my older brother though. My older brother was the one who was doing music. I was really just into writing. Okay. Just general, just writing any damn thing. So, but yeah, my older brother, the one who I seen rapping up there in Georgia and getting all the attention and all that, and yeah.
Okay. So that was the influence. So right in the house with you.
Yeah.
Okay. So what was your first, like? Do you remember your first time saying, you know what, I'm gonna be a rapper. I'm gonna actually write my own song. I'm gonna actually do something, jump off the porch. You feel me? Let everybody know I'm out here. But how old was you when that happened?
8th grade.
I
say by 8th grade, 8th, 9th grade. I ain't had no studio. Shout out my nigga AB for this. Right here, man. I ain't had no studio 9th grade. I was recording on my voicemail. I used to call my own voicemail. Had a beat playing in the background on my old boy radio, and then just rap that shit on the voicemail for 30 seconds before that bit cut off. Get to school the next day, play it for all them boys. All the little snippets and shit. Used to have them boys going wild and shit though. So I mean, long story short, nigga done skipped school with my right hand man one day. That nigga done took me to my first studio. Shout out Trig.
Okay.
And yeah. The
Shout out to Trig. Okay. So you said like 8th grade that happened for you?
Yeah, about 8th, 9th grade.
You remember the song you did at the first studio?
Oh damn! Hey, G shit though. Yeah, I do though. G shit though, man. I ain't gonna even say it's the first song. I ain't gonna even say it's the first song because I ain't gonna flaws like that.
It wasn't the first song you recorded?
This wasn't the first song I recorded, but I will say this is the first.
No, that voicemail shit don't count.
No, the voicemail shit don't count. Nah. This was my first actually like going out there finding a feature, all that. But like I said, R.I.P. Toro though, man. Toro was my first feature I ever had though. Shout out Overlocker, like I said, Overlocker Mahone though. Nigga done ran that bit every block to block. But shout out Toro though, man. Toro was the first one who gave me that actual like look like young nigga like you snapping like you going hard, boom boom boom. He jumped on the track, ain't charging nigga nothing. It was just straight Overlocker little.
That's real. That's real.
Shout out man. R.I.P. Toro.
Yeah, you always hear stories like that about Toro, man. He was real nigga. He used to be out there all the time selling the CD.
Yes,
everywhere, boy. I got it for $10, boy. What's happening?
And that's what's crazy for. I used to see Toro every day at the flea, just selling his shit. Anywhere you seen Toro, he was selling his shit. So I mean, I was legit. I ain't had no money to buy Toro shit at that point anyway. But still, just the fact that I stepped to him like straight up. That boy was in a Daytona Charger. I remember that day. Boy ride fluming in the Daytona Charger. Boy, I wanted that car so fucking bad. Boy had the purple one over there on 135 at the gas station. Caught that boy at U gas. Walked in there, boy. I need a feature, man. Boy, that boy say I got man. R.I.P. man. Real nigga.
Peace, Toro. All right, so you was in 8th grade when you first started going to the studio with AB. He brought you to your first studio. Did you go frequently, or that was like a once-off thing?
Nah, boy. Once I got a taste of the studio, I went crazy. Yeah, that's when school wasn't even
important.
That shit was out of my mind at that point. Like, I was already on the verge. I mean, music got me kicked out of school in the first place.
Yeah. What grade you was when you got kicked out? You got kicked out of New Orleans?
I got kicked out in New Orleans. I got kicked out in like 11th grade. 11th grade before I even got. Well, technically we're gonna call it 12. I failed the math FCAT. Okay. So they hold you back on one of those. Yeah, so once they held back on one of those, since I already knew I was supposed to be in my 12th grade year, that was one thing I was like, really fuck this shit, because I'm not doing it over. And then second, I already got in the rap shit so heavy at that point. Yeah. I was just like, really.
Okay.
Fuck it all.
So by high school, around that time, was you putting together mixtapes? Was you doing freestyles?
Yeah, just freestyles, diss tracks, shit like that. I ain't gonna mention niggas who we had it out with at this school, but niggas know me. You know me. Okay. Shout out that boy though, man. That shit all legit shit though. But niggas was doing diss tracks and shit in the school. Like I said, that what got me kicked out of school. I showed my ass one day. I showed my ass.
Yeah, tell them what happened. What happened? Tell us, because I don't remember. I'm from Carol City. I went to Carol City. I ain't go to New Orleans. You heard me? I went to Carol City. But tell me what happened. What happened next time I got you kicked out?
Nigga flashed out. Nah, I was just saying, long story short, man. A rapper y'all know, man. Like I said, we ain't doing the name shit, but a rapper y'all know, man. Me and that man went to high school together. We were doing some diss tracks back and forth. Nigga threw one diss track at me. I threw 8 diss tracks back, and I went a little overboard. I started mentioning people I wasn't supposed to mention, and started a little frenzy in the school with some burnt CDs, and I ended up getting kicked out. Principal said I was disturbing the learning environment. Apparently, it was people who I'd have mentioned in the song and shit was in the office crying and all type of dumb shit.
That's crazy.
Whoa, shit,
That's crazy. That's crazy. Lock it back in. That's crazy. That's crazy. But that's how it go. You heard me doing kid stuff. Doing a lot of jit shit. You know how that go. All right. So from high school, you left high school. So you at that point you like, all right, rap is always it's rap or bust. That's what it is. For me, it ain't no athlete, ain't no football, ain't no basketball, no baseball. Nigga, it's just music. What's happening? So by how old when you actually made that decision?
Ooh. I ain't gonna need more flaws to you. I've been in this shit to the point where. I mean, on a accord of me being like my own artist and shit, I got into ghostwriting like pretty much around the same time I took my shit serious. So at that point, it was like I put a lot of years into that, so I already knew I knew this what I wanted. But at the time, I had a notion that who I was helping was finna put me on at the right time, right after them and all that.
I got you.
Yeah, feel me? So
it was a situation you was a part of that you was writing for the artist, and it just didn't work out as far as you.
Me pretty much, coming after that artist and all that,
I got you. All right, so it was about teenager at this point?
Yeah, at this point, probably about 17, 18 ish type.
All All right, so you left that situation alone.
Yeah.
All right, and then you went out on your own. You did your thing. You said, "I'm gonna do LIPP." So what you did? You dropped a mixtape.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so what was it? Tell us about your first mixtape.
I dropped my
Tell us about that. You heard me?
Yeah. Now my first project that I actually dropped that I put together. The shout out Taz.
Okay.
You feel me? Shout out Taz. This is my manager to this day though.
Okay,
but
shout out Taz. You already know how we do it.
Pretty much when I linked up with Taz, I linked up with him like on at a little local label, and pretty much worked on the first project. He was like one of the people who was like, that's why I knew Taz was like one of the people who had like a real ear for it, because at that time he was with the label doing a whole nother occupation. He wasn't nothing to managing or nothing like that. So
come on, something bad. All right, so you say he was doing a whole nother occupation.
He was a whole nother occupation. He wasn't doing like no management or nothing. So pretty much at that point, when I seen him like honing in on what sound good, what didn't sound good, helping me out with my sound and everything like that pretty much like I just put him on the team with that, and then we pretty much just knocked out the first project. That was my Mark My Words preview. Okay. That was probably about, I want to call it about 9-10 years ago.
So what, like 2015, 2014?
Yeah.
2016, so in that area?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
That was like
my first project.
Yeah, my first actual real project out here.
All right. So how did that do? Like, what was the records that you put out over that run? Like, did you do the videos?
I ain't gonna even lie, man. I dropped.
Cause that's the first one. That's the first one.
Yeah,
now.
I ain't gonna even lie, but I was just so square to the shit. I ain't had none of my business together. It was all about the music at that point to me. So I wasn't even focusing on videos, and even at that time, people weren't really even focused on videos like that. Videos were still a concept that you really only seen huge artists do like that. Gotcha, at the time when I actually dropped my first project, like videos was still only a thing that you would have seen if you was with like a major label in the first place. So
how you promote the record then? How you promote the album then?
At that time we were thugging with actual.
This was still the hand-to-hand era? You still was doing CD out
Yes, sir. This was still like I ain't gonna say the height of the era, but this was like pretty much when it was like on a steady decline.
Okay.
It was on a steady decline at that point, and I'm talking about like, cause I was the last CD I ever bought was Jeezy Recession.
Damn.
So
that's boy.
That's the last one I ever bought. I'm talking about bought with my own cash. I bought that, but this was still in that era right there. When niggas was still hustling the CDs from 2008 all the way to down there 10s and 13s and 14s. You still seen a couple CDs flowing out here. After that, you feel me? You had to move over to the other times and shit.
So talk about that. So how did you adjust with that? Like with the music business changing from being physical copies where we standing out there doing the actual hand-to-hand. Now it's like, all right, you gotta do social media. How do you ended up?
I'm not even gonna fly. I always think about this because it's like, I ain't gonna say I'm like one of the only ones, but I know it's a lot of artists that came in at the point like the legends that we know or the superstars or the known people that we know of our city, they mainly came up like when you say Tricks and Rosses and all that, they came up on CDs, so forth and so on. But it's only really a handful of people who actually got the experience, like who actively doing music when it was CD era, right when it changed, then the whole digital streaming era. You got people like Greasy. Greasy was still out here when it was CDs, and he was there when it changed over. So it's like it's only a handful of people who really was actively doing music like at the time, like while the change over happened. I'm gonna say like for me that it was like I don't know, bro. That shit was just like a overnight type of thing. Like I ain't even see it happen type shit. Like I was still by the time I thought to put shit on MP3 and upload shit for streaming and shit. Like I was damn near 2 CDs behind putting out actual physical copies.
So what mixtape? So you told us about your first mixtape. So around mixtape, how many mixtapes you in right now?
I say right now that's about I did my Mark My Word preview was my first one CD. Then after that I came out with a mixtape segment called In the Meantime, and it was pretty much for saying in the meantime to the next album drop, something like that. Okay, so I went on In the Meantime 1 and 2. I believe I got maybe the 3, but yeah, by the time I realized, like, matter of fact, if I look it up right now, I think 3 is the only one that's on streaming platforms. By the time I actually caught up, 3 was the only one I put on streaming platforms.
So you was almost, you like 4 projects in by
Mark
the time.
my words, In the Meantime 1 and 2, all 3 of those were CDs.
So by your 4th one, you 4th in by the time you realized.
And by the time I actually realized that In the Meantime 1 was actually supposed to be on streaming platforms at that point. So it was like, for me, it happened.
You had to catch up.
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah. That shit was crazy.
Yeah, man, to being a part of this era where we had to transition, even as a producer, it's like, how did we ended up trying to chase placements and like get the music out and, you know, connect with different artists, and like the whole game switched up. So, you know, it was a whole adjustment period for all of us.
Shit.
All right, so you adjusted, you found out, now I gotta focus on social media, I gotta focus on my upload and stream. You heard me? So now you got, In the Meantime 3.
Yeah, Meantime 3 out pretty much. That was like the first one I put on streaming platforms, put actual videos out behind it, so forth, so on. You know, I got some good ass response on that. Left that alone. In the Meantime series, and went on to just kicking off the actual albums. I think I dropped my second album, The Real.
Okay.
At that point, I'm all in. I had a business. I had
everything we had
I'm all
on
in
at that point.
Okay. I done caught up.
So during this journey, you done went around. So during this journey, you got about what, 3 or 4 mixtapes
under my belt,
and then you got 2 albums.
Pretty much.
Right. So can you tell us about some of the artists you worked with along the way? You know, in this whole period, like anybody notable, any local artists, any big time artists. It could be people you wrote for. It could be motherfuckers you was actually on the record with. You know what I'm saying? Let's tell everybody about your resume. You heard me? Let's get them right.
G shit.
Cause people want to know. People want to know, why am I interviewing this nigga? Like, you know who he is. Yeah, he dope. He a good artist, but you've been around. You work with people. You've done things.
Oh yeah, like, definitely.
So let's talk about some of this.
Man, I'm gonna say this one though. This new project.
Everything humbly.
This new project. You feel me? This new project. This gonna have. I ain't. If you know me, you know this music journey with me. I ain't never really been a fan of features and so forth and so on. As far as writing for niggas, I can give you a plethora. I ain't gonna do that.
I got you.
But you feel me? Like I don't. You feel me? I don't rub shoulders with the best in this city. That's all I can say. And then the best in this city done heard my name on top of that. So all I can say on that one is, But this new album. Really that, you feel me? This gonna be the project I put the most features on though. I'm gonna go ahead, you feel me, throw a couple of them out there.
Can you tell me who some of the features is? Tell us who some of these features on.
Feel me? Alright, I got one of my singles with Boosie on it. I got new track with shout out Santana and Jewel.
You see, you heard me? Big heavyweight.
I ain't gonna even get it no more. I don't want to spoil something else.
So we got some
right
big.
Now.
So we got some.
I got some shit coming up though. This album right here gonna probably be my most features. Then probably every track gonna have a feature on it.
See, that's good. See what it is with features though. The good thing about having features is that you show people. Like the purpose of a feature is to network and to like share your audience. Like before social media, people didn't understand it, but now that people got social media and everybody got an audience, you can understand what it means. It's the reason why. If you go back, why Jay-Z will do a rock and roll album with Limp Bizkit, with Limp Bizkit.
Yeah.
It's the reason why even Run DMC did the Aerosmith song, the Walk This Way song. You feel me? It's the reason why Lil Wayne did the rock and roll albums. Because what it is that what you're doing is you sharing your audience. It's the reason why Kanye did the song with Chris Martin and with Adam Levine. You heard me? It's the reason why Lil Wayne did the song with Adam Levine and with Robin Thicke. You're sharing the audience. You know what I'm saying? You're letting that audience know that I'm good at music because me and your favorite artists can make music. So that's why it's good to have features. It's never, in hip hop, that's the only place that we have this ego where it's like, I don't want to share my shine.
Boy, I was just about to say that.
I don't want a nigga to get on the verse with me, get on the song and out rap me. Like, if I'm gonna have a label pay 6 figures for this guy. I hope he out-rap me. That's what I'm paying you for.
Yeah,
You better out-rap me.
I want you to come with some shit, boy.
You heard me?
And then, you feel me? That's one of the...
That's the business side of it. Like, that's the whole purpose of getting featured. So, down to our level, you know what I'm saying, the underground, up and coming, when you get in the feature, you trying to just share the audience. You letting that audience know you exist, your music good too. So come fuck with me. Yeah. That's basically it. So if you got features on every track, damn near, that's good, man. That's networking, man. That's
I'm gonna show my ass on this. I'm gonna show my ass. Them boys gonna show their ass. You feel me? Everybody, you feel me? And decent exposure.
Nice. So can you tell us some of the producers you work with on this album?
I work with this man Skrilla for sure.
You know how we do it.
Skrilla for sure.
Just know.
Shout out Yellow Boy Zay.
Yeah.
I got a couple more on there. Just songs. Okay. Shout out my brother Maniac. He on this thing. But yeah, I got
so shouts out to. So you've been working. You've been in the lab cooking.
Oh yeah, definitely. But I'm finna really get cooking up over the next pretty much couple weeks. I'm finna whip up this.
So what we looking for the album around when? The end of the summer, fall. What we looking for?
I'm aiming. I don't even want to put no date, but I'm aiming October though. That's all I'm gonna say.
So somewhere in the fall. Okay. Well, we gonna lay around for it. You heard me?
October.
You gotta do it. You heard me? So with the rapping, with the music, like you've been doing music for quite some time. Is there any other things you may want to get into, like acting, or maybe some other business ventures that you've been looking into that you like? You know what? Outside this music, you know what I'm saying? This is another interest I got.
I mean, yeah. I got one. I ain't gonna lie. I don't want to put it out there yet, but I'm already working on it. Let's just say that. I'm actively working on it while I'm doing this music shit at the same time. They coincide. So yeah.
Is it acting? Is it music related? Like what we talking about? Can't be dropping
production.
You can't be dropping hints and clues on the audience without follow through. What's that? What it is? Production? What you mean?
Yeah.
What you producing?
Production.
We're producing movies. We're producing albums. We in the movies. Yeah. Getting into the movies. Yeah. All right. Well, that's good, man. I'm happy to see that we getting into the movies.
Videos, movies. You feel me?
Visuals.
Yeah. That's
cinema.
Cinematography. Just all around cinematography.
Yeah, you gotta grow. That's what it is. That's how we do. We gotta evolve in this day and era. You heard me? We gotta stretch out here. So before I let you go, me and you had a record. You know what I'm saying? That we were vibing. I was really feeling. You know what I'm saying? Want to let the people hear? Right?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Let go. Yeah, right there.